Okay, perfect. Guys, what is up? What is up? What is up? Happy Wednesday. Let's go. Let's get this started. Family, what are you grateful for? Let's start off with gratitude, because why? Gratitude is the granddad of all positive emotion. Let me go ahead and turn my camera on, but put it in the chat. I believe the chat is open. The chat box is open. Go ahead and put in one thing that you guys are grateful for today. Grateful to have hair. I'm grateful to have my hair too. What are you guys grateful for? Put it in the chat. Harris is grateful for a roof over his head. Labib is grateful for his hair. What are you guys grateful for? What are you guys grateful for? See, the minute, and I like to start everything off with gratitude. The minute you are reminding yourself what you're grateful for, you are automatically in a positive state, right? Automatically in a positive state. So, okay, cool. Grateful for my health. Grateful for nice sleep. Grateful for Nadia. Let's go. I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. I appreciate you guys for jumping on the call. And honestly, guys, it's just right now what's really going on is time. We are running out of time. So the more you're plugged in now, the harder you're going in now, right? The more harder you're going in now, and how you guys are, like, what you're doing to apply, right? It's about pressure, applying pressure, right? So family, I hope you guys have some pen and paper. Go ahead and get some pen and paper, because if you're not taking notes in this call, you shouldn't be on this call. Like, it just makes no sense. We only remember 5% of what we listen to or what we hear. Okay, so family, let's get some cameras on as well. It is a family call. Okay, we know how we've all seen each other before, so let's go ahead and get some cameras on. Now, as you guys know, Wednesday is for building the business, or if you want to go 2 and 3, you guys want to go 2 and 3, or you want to go ahead and build a business, this call is for you. Now, I thought of what I want to talk about today, but I also want to kind of freestyle it, because I do know that a lot of you do have your own personal problems or personal challenges. I don't want to use the P word. I don't want to say problem, but let's say challenges. I know a lot of you do have your own challenges when it comes to building a business. So if you guys want to go ahead and either PM me, or you can just put it in the chat open to everyone. I just want to know, I want to get a feel of the room in terms of where you guys are in terms of building. What are you guys personally struggling on right now? And I'm going to focus on that. We can have a bit of a Q&A at the end of the call, but I want to kind of focus on that and tailor around. So it is a little bit more freestyle, but I want to know, what are you guys really struggling at the moment when it comes to building a business? Is it prospecting? Is it following up? Is it reaching out to new people? Is it online, offline? Okay, because guys, this call is for you. Okay, let's be as interactive as possible. I want to know what is it that you guys are personally struggling on right now when it comes to building a business. And I will probably go ahead and just focus a little bit more on that today as well, alongside what is I already had planned. So guys, go ahead. What is it? Put it in the chat box. All right, reaching out to people. Well, online or offline? Be a bit specific so I know. And I'm going to write this down so I can address this later on as well. So reaching out to people, what, online or offline? Be specific, bro. If you're specific, then I can help you. Strangers, online or offline? Like, or both. So reaching out to people, that's one thing. So reaching out to people. Someone else said something else. Okay, online. Reaching out to people online. Got it. What else? Someone said something else. Finding it hard to find new people to prospect. Okay, so finding new people. Anyone else? What are you guys honestly struggling at the moment? So finding new people. Okay, that was a private message. Okay, cool. So if it's the same for everyone, methods of interesting them into business. That's pretty easy, and I love that. Okay, but I appreciate the honesty. Giving too much info. Okay, I think if you're talking about giving too much info before the presentation, then okay, be a bit specific, Zahir. What do you mean giving too much info? So giving too much info. Many people giving too much info. Methods of interesting them piquing interest. Methods of piquing interest. Got it. Giving too much info. Okay, cool. So family, that's great. I like these. I love this, honestly. And to be honest, it was what I also had, and this is what I was also struggling with as well when I first joined the business, right? I was like, yo, like, how do I say the right things to the right people? What do I say? It was more of an experiment, okay? And that's what entrepreneurship is, guys. I really hope you guys are taking notes. Entrepreneurship is you're pretty much experimenting. You're figuring it out, trial and error, okay? And find what works. See, what works for me might not work for Isaiah. What works for Isaiah might not work for Akram. What works for Akram may work for Jana, but not Zahir or Ibi, right? So it's just about finding, okay, too much beforehand. People want to know more, but getting better. Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't vomit on them. Okay, cool. So I guess I can start off with that then. I can start off with that and then I can talk about following up. What I want to focus on today was how to follow up. Because the fortune is in the follow-up. If you guys remember the system, right? If you guys remember the system, PS3, peaking interest number 1. Sharing the plan is the second stage. The 3-way call, which is the following up, that's where a lot of people don't, that's where a lot of people don't do it and they kind of F up. They lose people. Yes, you might be spending a lot of energy on getting people on a call, but then what's the point if you don't follow up and then you don't close them? That business is not closed and then they're not in your business. That was a lot of energy you just wasted for no reason because it did not put any money in your pocket. Okay, so how you do anything is how you do everything. The exact amount, the energy that you put out there in inviting people onto a call or a presentation or a 3-way call with your mentor, if you guys are not having that same energy in closing them, following up, booking a follow-up, then it's a waste of your energy. It just makes no sense, right? The energy has to be consistent throughout the whole thing. Now, when it comes to reaching out to people, understand one thing, right? Before we talk about the logistics, right? Before we talk about the logistics, what's very important is the mindset. It's the mindset. If you're someone, and a few of you have PM'd me saying the same thing in the chat, you guys were messaging directly to me saying, what was it? You said you can't find people, finding new people. This is the most naive, I don't want to say foolish, but hey, like, what do you mean you can't find new people? There's 8 billion people on this planet. Okay, so before we even go into the logistics, understand one thing: our mindset is very, very important. Do you have a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset? A scarcity mindset is like, it is pretty close. It's limited. It's like trying to find water in the oasis trying to look for the oasis in the desert, right? And there's no water. There's no pool, there's not a drip of water, right? That's scarce. That's scarcity thinking. So, and this is, honestly, scarcity thinking is dangerous. It's dangerous for yourself, most importantly, because you're limiting yourself. You're putting a cap to your thinking. Scarcity thinking, if I'm someone with a scarcity mindset, I'm thinking, okay, cool, well, I don't know anyone who wants to join the business. I'm struggling to find new people and whatnot. But hey, there's 8 billion people out there. How am I struggling? So it's not about finding new people. There's people all around you. If you walk outside your house right now and go for a walk, go and walk for 5 minutes outside your house in whether one direction, wherever, right, left, right, go in the middle, go for a walk for 5 minutes. I'm guaranteeing you're going to find one human being. There's 8 billion people on the planet. So change your thinking from scarcity thinking to abundance. Abundance. What that means is there is no limit to how much people there are on this planet Earth. There's no limit. If I have abundance of love, it's just overflowing. Too much love. If I'm trying to attract abundance of wealth, that means there's no limit to my wealth. There's no limit to how much money I have. Abundance. Stop thinking, okay, well, who do I know? Who I don't know? No, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Yes. Understand one thing: there are more people that you don't know than you do know. There are more people that you don't know than you do know. And if your warm market, which is the people that you know and you're familiar with, your friends, family, your colleagues, people that you know, right, that you're in close proximity with, if they are a little bit cold towards you and they don't agree with this business, it's cool. It's totally fine. Okay, it's totally fine. Your warm market, they are pretty much, it's hard to get to. They're going to say no. So build your success with the cold market, with strangers. And the best thing is, this is what I love seeing, I think this is the same with everyone. Everyone's business, I think 90% or a large majority of everyone's business is the cold market. Strangers. I think all of you, if you guys are all in my team, I believe you are. You guys were all strangers at one point. Apart from, I think Marge is on the school. Marge, she was my colleague. So I kind of reached out to her whilst I was at work. But I think everybody else, you guys were strangers that we met online. And now we're family for life. How crazy is that, right? So guys, number one, abundance thinking. Okay, understand, if you're thinking you're there are enough people, you've shot yourself in the foot. Stop thinking like that. Switch it around. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So abundance thinking, right? Have an abundance mindset. Be like, yo, I'm just bringing in so much people in my business every single day. When you say that, when you start speaking like that, right, then it's gonna start happening. I know it sounds crazy. It's almost like out of a fairy tale. Whatever I say, your wish is my command. But hey, it's true. I used to be like, yo, no one's joining my business. Nobody's joining my business. No one's joining my business. And guess what? Nobody was joining my business. But when I changed things around a bit, and even if nobody was signing up and nobody was joining, and I was getting no after no after no, but every single morning, I swear to God, I would chant whilst I'm brushing my teeth. When I get up, I'm like, whatever I'm doing. It became so automatic. Like I was doing it without thinking. I was like, hey, I'm attracting 10 people in my business every single day. Minimum 10 people a day is joining my business. Minimum 10 people a day. Minimum 5 people a day are joining my business today, right? So I just speak it to existence. I claim it to existence, right? So change the way you look at things and change the way you see things, okay? So that's number one. In terms of how to, what was it? You said, a lot of you were saying, hey, methods of piquing interest or finding people online. Guys, you have Instagram. You have Facebook, LinkedIn, what's the other one? Snapchat, these dating apps, Tinder, Bumble. I know some of you use that for prospecting, which is amazing. There's so many ways, guys. You're limiting yourself. Now, understand one thing, right? Your time is your money. You're either spending money or saving money. Or sorry, you're either with money. What can you do? You got three things. You either spend money, save money, or invest money, right? Now, when it comes to time, again, you're either spending time, saving time, or investing time. If you're spending time is the same as wasting time, because if that's not valuable time that's feeding your pockets or feeding your mindset or adding value in your life, then you're wasting your time. For example, getting drunk on the weekend with your friends. I mean, yeah, it might be fun for half an hour or 10 minutes, but then what value was that, right? But for example, you endlessly scrolling on Instagram, right? If you're someone who's endlessly on TikTok, or TikTok's one as well, right? You have access to people there, they're humans, right? Anybody who's a human and they're over the age of 18, anyone is recruitable. Anyone can join the business and learn how to make money online. Okay, it's just crazy. So, but if you've got social media, and you're not using it to promote your business, you're not using it to at least connect to new individuals that you can help one way or another, then you're wasting time. Your scrolling that you're doing, like if that's not adding any value to you, then you're wasting your time that you could have been using to go ahead and add value. Put some more money in your pockets. Go make a trade. Go trade and go live, right? So how to find new people? Hey, online, you've got platforms. So it comes down to, hey, connect to new people. A lot of you, if your followings and the people that you're only speaking to online, if they're only people that you went to school with, uni with, college with, that you're cutting yourself short, because you're only friends with them because of familiarity. You guys it's because of convenience, because you guys live in the same neighborhood, went to school together, went to the same uni together. Okay, so go ahead and follow new people. Understand, I did not have Instagram before I joined this business. I swear to God, because I wasn't a fan of social media. I was a very private individual. Honestly, I didn't like the idea of, yo, why are people putting a picture of their breakfast on social media? I don't need to see that. So I was very anti-social media to an extent. Like I wasn't really I wasn't big on social media. I was a private person. I was very, very private. But it was Yasin, right? It was Yasin. I can't imagine us anti-social Nadia Harris. But it was Yasin who told me. I mean, I wasn't anti-social. Like, hey, I was very confident, but I'm like, yo, I want the offline energy. I'm here. I'm present offline. It was just that I wasn't a fan of being online. Like I was focusing on working and studying, to be honest with you. So it's not that I was anti-social, but it was I was just I just I saw it as a waste of time. Then when I joined the business, it was Yasin Subhan, Chairman 25, who told me, yo, get Instagram. People need to see your face if they're going to join the business. And then I realized, yo, I can actually make money from this app. And I did. LinkedIn and Instagram, yo, shout out. Shout out to LinkedIn. Most importantly, that's where majority of my business is. But I'm not saying, hey, jump on LinkedIn, but yo, do whatever. Whether it's, hey, I don't know, whether it's whatever you're currently on, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever. But hey, you have access to people there. Now, in terms of piquing interest, there's so many ways. And I understand one thing, guys. I did go over this last Wednesday. So if you're not taking notes and you hit me up personally, I'll be very reluctant to repeat the same thing, because this is the same thing I'm sharing every single week. If you guys are not taking notes and you're not applying it, you're going to stay in this. You're going to have the same problem, right? So this is the solution. In terms of piquing interest or how to find people online, connect to people. Number one, start off by connecting and just making new friends. I don't know how to find new friends. I don't know, from mutuals, from you can literally be a bit strategic about it as well. See, for example, I was, and I still am, I'm looking to build in Wales, and also where am I building right now? Mauritius, right? I'm building in Mauritius and Wales. So what I would do is, hey, I would go on Instagram, for example, and Facebook, and I would do hashtag Wales or hashtag University of Cardiff or whatever. So I'll probably go on Google, find a place where I'm going to find a lot of people there. For example, if it's a famous restaurant in the city, or a famous school, or not famous, but like a uni there, a school there, where a lot of people are going to tag that place. I'm going to look for that tag on Instagram, and so many profiles come up, so many pictures come up, so many profiles come up, and I'm just finding people and I'm connecting. If you have a particular niche, let's say I've got Ibrahim on the call. I know Ibrahim loves cycling. Like he's cycling day in, day out. He goes crazy places on his bike, right? So that's a hobby, that's a passion. Maybe someone like Ibrahim who has a passion for cycling, he can go ahead. If I was you, I would go ahead to look up the hashtag cycling, and just find people, connect with people, because now you have a point of commonality. If, for example, Labib, you live in Milton Keynes, I would go ahead, I'll be like, yo, hashtag Milton Keynes, right? I'll be like, hashtag Milton Keynes, and just look for people in my area. Or I don't know, what, like hashtags, right? You can be very strategic. If you're a girl on the call or a woman on the call, and you want to go ahead and you want to connect to people and connect to women, connect to, I don't know, hijabis or Muslim ladies or modest wear, I don't know, like, hey, I don't know. But if you want to connect to other girls, hey, I don't know, hashtag makeup, hashtag beauty, hashtag women, hashtag female, boss babes, I don't know. But it's crazy because there's literally a hashtag for everything. What you got to do is type it in the search bar, find profiles, connect. Number one, connect to people. You can be strategic or you can be random. I would say be a little bit strategic, right? So you can have something to talk about. Oh, you like, hey, I came across your profile. I can see that you love cycling. I like cycling too, man. What do you do? Is this like a hobby? Like, have you done any marathons before? Or, hey, let's just say I'm connecting to someone in Wales, and I'm like, yo, hey, this is how I found someone like Akram who's crushing in business right now. I literally found him from, I believe, a hashtag. And it was hashtag Wales or something like that, or hashtag Newport in Wales, and I found Mr. Akram, right? And he's in the business and he's freaking crushing it. So you can be a little bit strategic or you can be random. I would say be strategic when it comes to looking for people. Hashtags are everything, okay? Or if you're on LinkedIn like myself, I would just literally either find location. For example, I would do Mauritius and I'm looking for people in Mauritius. Or what I would do is I would go ahead and type in, sales rep, sales assistants, uni students, right? University of York, and all the students come up because I know students are looking. A lot of students are looking for work right now. Like pretty much, hey, a lot of students are looking to make money and come out of the debt that they are accruing whilst they're at uni. Okay, so be a little bit strategic, and I hope that helps. It's really not rocket science, family. It's honestly not rocket science. Social media is used to go ahead and help you connect to people, right? So connect with people. There's people there. They're humans, right? As long as they're above 18 and they're a human, then yeah, they can join your business. Anyone can join your business, right? That's finding people. Number one. Number two is how to pique interest, right? A lot of you are asking me privately, how do I pique interest? Or mention it. It could be anything. Now, family, see, document what you're doing. See, a lot of you are making money, but I don't see it on your stories. Why is that? And I'm not saying, hey, show how much money you're making, because we're not allowed to do that anyways. Legally, not legally, but it's against compliance. We have to protect the house. Don't really show your profits or anything like that. So don't show your profits, but you can show a snip of it maybe. But you can be a little bit clever. Show a bit of it. Or what you can do is go ahead and take a picture and show it on your on close friends, right? This is what I used to do sometimes. But hey, if you guys are making money, go promote it. You don't have to be like, yo, I made X amount of money, but hey, be like, yo, everyone's winning. In the group chat, people are saying, yo, I made this much, I made this amount. Shout out to Isaiah, shout out to Millie, shout out to whatever. Take a screenshot. That's enough, because that's social proof. You have the resources, but you're not applying it. It's like you guys are like, yo, not you guys in particular, but individuals who don't, apply what they have. It's like me going to the doctor. I have crazy back pain. I'm going to the doctor. They give me ointment, but I don't apply it. And next week I'm like, hey doctor, I've got some back pain, man, it's horrible, what do I do? But I'm not applying the ointment that they've given me. It's the same thing. You've got a ton of resources at your fingertips for you to go ahead and use to promote the business or just pique interest. Stories, number one. Stories are freaking amazing because this is like a reality show. See, you're not gonna, let's just say you're not gonna post your picture of coffee and put it on your feed, because that's like 30 pictures of coffee in the morning. Like, that's crazy, right? But on your story, it's there for 24 hours. It's more real, it's more raw, it's more live, right? See, people will put more polished up pictures of themselves on their feed, but on their stories, like, they're just being the raw, real self, because it's like a reality show. People want to see the real you. So document what you're doing. But like, maybe if you're at work right now and it's 6 o'clock and you're looking forward to go home, and you could be like, I don't know, take a quick selfie or a boomerang or where you are and be like, oh, can't wait to go home now. Or I don't know, can't wait to go home and make some real money. Hey, that's clever. Me, when I was in the hospital, and when I used to work in the hospital, I would take snaps and be like, I can't wait to go home and make real money, or I can't wait to or sometimes I would get a swipe coin trade idea. I would copy and paste that, but I would take a quick screenshot. Like, yo, I'm at my work right now. I'll show a bit of my uniform. I'm just being creative. I'll show a bit of my uniform. I'm like, hey, I'm at work right now, but I'm still making money. So be creative with it, but just be raw and real with it, respectfully. As in, don't show your profits, because that's not allowed, right? So what to do? So, and again, stories. If you're on a call like this, quick screenshot, right? Put some music on, make it fancy, be like, yo, game planning with the leaders, the 2022 looking crazy. I'm already thinking about 2023. Or if you're on go live. Understand, you guys are so privileged to have access to millionaires every single day that's telling you how to make money and helping you making money. How many of your friends have access to that? They need access to this. They just don't know it. They just don't know it. So if you're on go live, hey, take a quick boomerang, yo, time to make some money. Or if you've got an NFT, I see a lot of you are big on NFTs right now. Hey, take a screenshot. Even if you haven't got an NFT, but one of your team members have, yo, shout out to them. I did that once, and it's crazy. I think I did that once with, I think it was Akram who got his NFT. He took a screenshot of the group chat, and everyone was like, "Yo, well done, Akram! Well done, Akram!" I took a screenshot of that. I put it on my stories, and number one, shout out to him. I tagged him, so he reposted that, and I saw that a few followers were curious, because they were curious to see what I'm doing. Then they came onto my post and whatnot, and some connections were made. So it's crazy how it works, family. Okay, shout out to people, tag people in your team and whatnot. Like, it's simple, honestly, it's simple. So how to pique interest again? Posting what you're doing, posting stories, right? Putting your face on camera. See, guys, if you're someone who's a bit uncomfortable, I was very, very uncomfortable. Like I say this every single time. I used to be very, very uncomfortable putting my face on camera. I would take a picture, hey, no problem. But to speak on camera, a Zoom call, I remember my first Zoom call I ever did for anyone. It was last year for the team. It was a mindset call. I almost vomited. Before that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was really nervous the whole day. Like, I was at uni that day, and I was like, oh my God. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I was nervous, right? It took me, it was bad. But hey, you've got to be uncomfortable. Now look at me. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best, but yo, my confidence level is you can't stop me from being on a Zoom call now. You cannot stop me from being on a Zoom call, putting my fat face on camera. And I'm like, yo, let's go. Like, you cannot stop me from putting myself out there now. But a year ago, I was very, very, very uncomfortable. So it's the growth, family. It's the growth, okay? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Okay, put your face on camera. Yo guys, man, today was freaking crazy. All I'm saying is, you should be trading right now. You guys, you should be making money right now, right? But you can't drive a car without being in the driver's seat. 100%. Just be uncomfortable, right? Be uncomfortable, family. But just put your face on camera. Reach out to people as well. So for example, let's just say you're messaging someone. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice talk. But by the way, genuinely compliment them. Don't be generic, right? If you're reaching out to a girl and she's a pretty girl, but you can imagine that, there's the same girl that's had the same compliment from so many different people. What makes you different? So compliment something that nobody really compliments about. So hey, yo, listen, like, I don't know, it could be anything. Oh, I love the way you do your makeup. Or if it's a guy, hey, like, I love the way that you're always at the gym. So if you follow that, if there's a particular individual that's always at the gym and they're always working out, yo, bro, you're actually very disciplined. That's freaking crazy. By the way, I would send off as a voice note, because on Instagram, if you send a message and they're not following you, then it's on requests. They're not going to see it, and you don't know. But I believe if you send a voice note, they have no choice but to accept it. So voice notes are crazy. Like voice notes are very, very powerful. Go ahead and send a voice note. Yo, man, freaking love your page. I know it's random, but I just want to let you know that, yo, I'm so inspired by your discipline. What are you doing? Like, why, how are you so disciplined? Because I can't even motivate myself to go to the gym in the morning. So add a compliment, add some value. But again, energy. Because they're going to be like, yo, who's this dude? Who's this girl? Like, their energy is crazy. Like, I want to know more about this person. Because not many people do that. In this world, in this artificial world, not many people are open to compliment and just be nice to each other. That's very, very rare. Okay, so family, it is super important. Just go and chuck in a compliment, but a genuine compliment. This works offline as well, right? There's a chairwoman, her name is Asra Hussain, fully, financially free now. She's traveling the world, right? Great. I think she's the first chairwoman in the UK now. It was funny, I heard her testimony once, and she was like, to be honest, she actually reached out to someone about their, she saw a guy, he had a Superman belt, and she's like, yo, I like your belt. And he goes, nice, thank you. That was a guy who then showed her the opportunity of this company, and then she joined, and she's a chairman tech, and now she's freaking like, living life right now. So family, compliments goes a very long way, as long as it's genuine, and be a little bit creative with it. If it's a genuinely good looking person or a good looking guy, they've heard that before. So be a little bit creative and be like, yo, hey, listen, I love the fact that you're so disciplined. Like, how do you go to the gym every single day, or whatever the case is, right? So again, compliment. Start off with a compliment or story replies. Okay, this is what my mentor taught me when I first joined the business. Story replies. If it's like, hey, you're on someone's story, and this is the best way, because sometimes if you're like, hi, how are you? You look good, whatever. That's creepy. But if the conversation with a stranger online starts off with a story reply, then yeah, to be honest, I'll be honest with you. I think that's how Labib reached out to me on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, Labib, I'm shining the light on you right now. I apologize, but hey, it's just a real life example. Labib reached out to one of my, he replied to one of my stories on LinkedIn, and we got into a conversation, and hey, boom, he's in the business and he's freaking crushing it. So story replies, okay? Yeah, that's it. So story replies. If let's say you're watching someone's story on Instagram, and it could be a can of Coke, and you could be like, oh, I really need that right now. Or that looks lit. Or it could be, I don't know, a picture of the dog. Oh, that's a nice dog. What's its breed? Khalas, like, yo, keep it simple. And then the conversation after that goes very naturally. Oh, that's cool, man. Do you like dogs, or how long have you had it for? Whatever. Okay, nice. Whereabouts? Where are you from? I like your profile. I noticed that you do a lot of X, Y, and Z. So it might mean you're gonna have to take a couple of minutes to go back and study their page so you understand them better. But trust me, it's worth it. See, it was Yasin Subhan who says, yo, he spends his morning just on 10 people a day, but he spends 10 minutes per person prospecting them. And what that is, that's simply, yo, looking at their profile, looking at how they comment, looking at what they do, because you're studying them. And if you're studying them and you know a little bit about them before you even speak to them, and you tailor a message to them, yo, it's very, very effective. It might be a little bit time consuming, but hey, so is your job, and that's not going to make you a millionaire, right? So take the time, be a bit creative. Don't just be like, yo, boom. Because I used to do that. It's a lot of wasted energy. I used to send copy and paste messages to people, and it was just so, I did get some yeses. Some people were like, yo, okay, what's it about? But majority of the people were like, yeah, block, delete now, okay, I'm not interested. Or they would just blank me. Or there's some clock that was copy and paste, and they were like, yo, you're copy and pasting. I'm like, so take some time out to study the profile, have a real look at the profile, see, what, get an understanding of the person, and then go ahead and just, hey, shoot my text, okay? So that, I hope that answers your question. See, a lot of you, 2-3 of you were like, yo, yeah, I'm finding it hard to find people online. I hope that helps. What you're simply doing is, hey, number one, just be yourself. Put your face on camera. If you're someone who hasn't posted in months, then yeah, go and upload a picture, good quality picture, good quality content, okay? Stories as well. Stories. What are you, if you're not posting stories, and if you're not, like, what are you using your Instagram for? To see other people's stories? Why not? You should be busy creating your own story, creating your own autobiography, creating your own film. And this is part of it, because whatever you want to do in life, whether it's to be a freaking multi-millionaire, to be financially free, to travel the world, to be a big politician, to be a big leader in the world, to do whatever your biggest goals are, right? But whatever your biggest goals are, I am is the vehicle to help you get there. So you are creating a story right now. You just don't know it. See, we are living in history right now. We are creating history right now. You don't know because we're living in it. But later on, soon there'll be a book about you. There'll be a book about you. There'll be a book about this company. There'll be a film about this company with your face on it. So guys, stop being. I understand that, yes, we are looking at people. We are looking at other people's profiles to connect to them. But if you're just looking at other people's profiles and just scrolling for nothing, right? For just that instant dopamine effect, that's time being wasted that you could have used to study and educate and grow and make money. And that's energy being wasted, attention and energy being wasted that could have been, again, used to grow. Okay, so what was that? What did you say, Labib? Just a quick one. What do you do with people who may be reluctant to join business because they say it's a pyramid scheme, etc.? Okay, so family, I get this a lot. Great question, Naveed. People who are relaxed. So number one, they shouldn't be. If this is after they watched the presentation, then again, freeway call is everything. You guys, it's important to use your mentors as just to help with the freeway call. Now, regardless of what point of the conversation this happens, this comes up, or is it a pyramid scheme? Number one, you have to educate them. Number one, first of all, relax and relate. Like, hey, you know what, that's crazy. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw this platform. But then I did my research and I realized, hey, well, number one, pyramid schemes are illegal. And number two, pyramid schemes, to be honest, they don't have anything to sell. The whole business model is built on just recruiting people. Hey, Labib, you join, go and sign up 10 people. So you're not buying a service. You're just buying. I don't know. There's no actual. I don't know how to say it, but there's no product or service. If that makes sense. This is a company. It's a platform. It's an academy. It's an online freaking uni. You might as well say, hey, the University of Oxford or Cambridge is a pyramid scheme. Because hey, I mean, they refer people. Sorry, they're promoting the business. But what is it that they're selling? What is a university selling? It's education. Why do people pay $9K a year? 27K down the drain for what? Education. So yes, you do have an opportunity. You do have a choice of becoming a partner of the company. But that number one, that's a choice. You have to apply to be an IBO. It's not just for everyone. You have to apply to be an IBO. It's an add-on. Number one. If you get accepted, then yeah, you're cool. You can go ahead and start building. If you get accepted. Number two is optional. But what is it that we are selling here? What is it that we're providing? Understand one thing, 90% of people in this company are only trading, or they're only building, trading, or they're doing dropshipping. They're basically a customer. They're not building the business. And that's cool. That goes to show that, hey, listen, it's a course that's where you're teaching, you're educating yourself, you're learning, right? So it's just about kind of understanding the difference between network marketing, which is a whole ass industry on its own. I forgot what it was, but someone can Google it for me right now. It's $1 billion industry, right? But that's the industry of network marketing. Pyramid schemes, it does look similar, but it's just a matter of, hey, recruiting people and there's nothing being sold. There's no product or services. Whereas here, what our services is literally education. Learning how to teaching dropshipping, teaching forex, crypto, affiliate marketing, binary, very soon stocks, real estate, tax. So just kind of educate them, right? It's just a matter of just educating them, be like, yo, hey, listen, this is the difference. I know I thought the exact same thing, but this is the difference. By the way, we've been around for 8 years. Clearly, if if we're illegal, then we would have been shut down a long time ago. And to be honest, it's a very long debate when it comes to if it's a pyramid scheme, but hey, it's just about kind of asking them questions. Well, to be honest, most people don't even know what a pyramid scheme is, but they just simply use that label for everything. So what is a pyramid scheme? What's your definition of it? Oh, the person on top makes all the money. Okay, got it. Are you in a job? Yeah. Okay. You're a manager? Yeah, you're a manager. Does he make more money than you? Yeah, he does. Okay, cool. Does your manager have a boss? Yeah. Does the boss make more money than the manager? Yeah. So is that not a pyramid scheme? Was that not some sort of pyramid kind of model? Yeah, but like it's a job and one. Okay, cool. So, like, understand one thing. If they want to go down that route, then just show them examples. Hey, if I work in Starbucks, right? Let's say I'm the floor worker. I'm on the floor. I'm serving the coffee. Can I make more money than 180 billion in 2019? That's crazy. So the industry of network marketing was, I believe it was worth 180 billion in the year 2019, or that's how much money was circulating. So it's one of the best industries to be in. One of, see, I'm so excited. That's way too fast. One of the most easiest one of the most easiest industries to be in to become a millionaire at low cost. If you want to go and open up a business, a restaurant, I need minimum 50 to 100K. I don't have that. My credit score is freaking ridiculous. It looks funny. There's no way a 19-year-old or 20-year-old like myself can get a loan to go and get a business. See, network marketing is one of the most best industries to be in, and the most easiest way to become a freaking multi-millionaire. I believe there's a statistic that 80% of self-made millionaires were made their first millions from network marketing. They either stay in it or they make them they take the money elsewhere, real estate, cars, property, whatever, right? So yeah, but again, I just use that example, and I showed them, listen, it's about educating. Don't get offended. Don't get offended. Don't get defensive. Because then you lose posture. The minute someone says, yo, it's one of those pyramid schemes, and you just kind of laugh it off. Hey, that's exactly what I thought. But what do you mean by that? I just want to understand why do you say that? What makes you think that it's a pyramid scheme? So what is it? What is a pyramid scheme? Tell me that. Oh, the person on top makes all the money. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like a normal company? No, like, so be clever with it. Hey, and ask them, hey, listen, if I was working in Starbucks right now, and do you think I'll make more money than the CEO of Starbucks? Of course not. Then hey, it's the same thing. Is Starbucks a pyramid scheme? No. And the best thing is you have the potential. It's a performance-based industry, just like sports. It's performance-based, right? It's only the top of the top will get selected to go and play in the real World Cup or in the real football game, right? There are so many local clubs, but is everyone going to make it to the top? No. It comes down to your performance. It's performance based. You have the potential to go and hit Chairman 10. You have the potential to go and hit Chairman 750 in a year's time or less than that. It doesn't matter, like, anything's possible. You have the potential, but it's performance based. So it's just about using examples and kind of educating them. We're here to educate people and let them know, hey, listen, this is a pyramid scheme, but this is network marketing, right? It's performance based. Anyone can get to the top. And the beautiful thing about it is that the person on top doesn't always have to make the money. What do you mean, the person on top? Let me give you an example. I once enrolled, like, if 100% believe everybody wins, but let me give you an example. I enrolled Labib, and I'm using you as an example today. I enrolled Labib. I've been in the business for 2 years and 3 months now, and Labib just joined today. Labib, he goes crazy. He saw the compensation plan. He's like, yo, he's running as if his ass was lit on fire. He brings in 500 people. I'm a P1K. I'm earning, in residuals, 1K a month on top of my trading. But in residuals alone, if you just sticking to residuals, I'm making 1K a month. But if Labib, that I enrolled today, and he goes crazy, in 2 months' time, he's a Chairman 10, earning 10K a month, he can do that. So does the person on top necessarily always have to make the most money? No, it's performance-based, family. That's the best thing about it. It's an equal playing field, okay? So that's that. I don't want to go too long on that, but that is how that's that basically in terms of if they think it's a pyramid scheme. So family, I hope that makes sense. I am not done yet. I want to go talk about the fortune in the follow-up, how to book follow-up calls. And now, guys, honestly, be honest here. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being crap, 10 being, yeah, I'm freaking amazing at this, right? 10 out of 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you, or how would you rate yourself when it comes to booking a follow-up call? And be honest, put in the chat. There's a private message. We'll just be open. We're a family here. Let's hold each other accountable. Transparency is key. When it comes to booking a follow-up call, or forget booking a call, even following up with people. Okay, 5 out of 10. So following up with people that you've already shown the business to. Anyone else? So I've got one person brave enough. He says 5 out of 10. I love the transparency. How would you rate your following up out of 10? 1 out of 10. What would you say you are? Nobody wants to share it? Well, Labib, I rate you for being open and transparent and putting it out there, because hey, we're here to grow, right? If you're not owning up to if you're not being open and transparent about where you are, you can't grow, right? So, family, like I said at the beginning of the call, the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. And understand, it is a numbers game, guys. I honestly and openly want to say, if since August 2019 up until now, if every person I spoke up to, okay, cool, appreciate it, so here, thank you, 6 out of 10. If every single person I spoke to about the business I presented to, if they all said yes, I swear to good God, I would have been a Chairman 25 right now. At least you need to have at least 1,250 customers, 1,250 customers in your back office to hit Chairman 25, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just checking my wall. Yeah, you need 1,250 people to go ahead and be a chairman 25. And I swear to God, if every person I said and that I present the business to and they said yes straight away and they joined the business, I would have been a chairman 25 minimum. Right? I've lost count with how many people I've spoken to. So understand, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, okay? But you have to follow. Just because someone says no, don't forget about them. Yes, move on, but track it. This is your business. This is your milk factory. You're producing a farm here. Like, this is a factory, family. This is a business. If you're not tracking how many people you're speaking to, what they said, yes, no, maybe, F you, whatever they said, hey, track it down, move on. But then come back. See, this is more a little bit advanced, but hey, write it down because you can come back to this later on. And this is more like, yeah, it's a little bit advanced, but still write it down anyway, and you can come back to it later. See, what I do is, let's just say the months where you're not having that much momentum, right? Or the months where it's a little bit quiet, and you're not getting as many new fresh faces coming up. I use those months, and this is what you should be doing. Use those months to follow up. It's just a following up month. This month we're just following up with everyone that said no. I'm following up with people that said no in August 2019. I'm following up. So ideally, follow up every 3 months at least. I was just checking. Hey, not like, oh, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? No, that's not what I mean by following up. So be creative with it. Following up does not mean, hey, are you ready? You said you wanted time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Bro, you're pestering them. They're going to block you for life. Okay? Don't do that. So it really does come down to, hey, being creative, but having that kind of rapport, having that kind of relationship. Let me see if I have an example here. I mean, who's an example here? I can't think of an example. I'll give you a classic example. Right? There's a guy, the individual in my team is a father of 2 or 3, great individual. His name is Colin. I prospected him and I presented to him in end of 2019. It was January 2020. He said, no, not now. It's a bit too expensive. Okay, no problem. A year later, this year, I reached out to him. I spoke to him. Hey, how's it going, man? How's the kid? God is great. You're blessed. How's it going? Like, just genuine, right? Genuine catch up and hey, just checking in. Hey, how what's new since we last spoke? And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm actually like thinking about doing this. Doing this, And he got signed up. So he joined the business, right? He signed up. So follow up, but be creative about it, right? So again, track who is saying no. If you guys have an active prospect list, if you don't have a business. If you do not have a VIP list, if you're not tracking your numbers, by God, your business is not going to grow. So track your numbers. It's not a hobby. If you treat this like a hobby and you're like, okay, yeah, whatever, go to this person, I spoke to that person, okay, that's cool. I'll do it again. I'll try again tomorrow. I'll try again next month. If you're treating it very carelessly and if you're treating it like a business, so like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. The fun fact is, hobbies don't pay. Does Netflix pay you? No. Does football pay you? No, unless you're betting or gambling or playing it professionally. Does going to pub pay you? No. Hobbies don't pay, family. Hobbies do not pay. But if you treat this like a freaking multi-million-dollar business, guess what? It's going to pay you $1 million. It's going to pay you $1 million. If you take this business seriously, it will pay you seriously. When I say serious, I'm talking about multi-millions. What could you possibly do with $50,000 a month or $750,000 a month? I want you to really think to yourself and just imagine. Don't worry about, the how and if I'm going to do it and how can I do it. Forget that. I want you to see and imagine yourself earning $750K a month in your sleep. What are you going to do with that kind of money? What's your family looking like? What's your home looking like? What car are you driving now that you're on $50K a month or $750K a month? Hey, I can guarantee you'll be much more happier. Family's taken care of. Your bills and your rent are paid 10 years in advance. Yeah, you got all the legal and medical costs and bills all paid for. You're cool. You're Gucci. You don't have to worry about what to eat, what to wear, when you can leave. Like, hey, you're cool. So, family, treat this like a business, and so if you treat this seriously, it's gonna pay you seriously, right? So follow up again. Just follow up with the track. Who said no? When they say no, hey, no problem. No problem. By the way, next week I'm gonna go over the different objections. For example, time, money. Let me think about it. Let me speak to my wife. Let me. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a scam. it doesn't work, I saw bad reviews. Any objections you've had, I'm going to go over them in the nitty-gritty stuff. So if you're currently struggling with the objections, then I'm going to go over that next Wednesday, right? I'm going to go really, really deep and kind of give you I'm going to give you a couple of rebuttals for every objection. So basically, you guys are going to be loaded up, right, with like so many ammunition in terms of handling these objections, right? It's going to be so fun. It's going to be really good. But just for today, follow up. Track who says no. Oops. Track who says no, who's saying no, and just follow up with them. Hey, no problem. By the way, because no does not mean never. It just means not now. They're not ready now. Life is good for them. They don't need it now. But when shit hits the fan and they realize, yo, this is serious, or when I don't know, they're in debt, they've lost their job, they're made redundant, or they've come, they're opening up to the crypto space or the online space. Hey, people will come to you. As long as you're consistent. If you're consistent and you're disciplined in, you're going to understand three things. You need to have the audacity to reach out to people when it comes to business. When it comes to this kind of business, have the audacity to reach out to people, right? Have the audacity to reach out to people. Have the discipline to do what you're going to say. So have the discipline to actually book a call and share the plan. Are you disciplined enough to actually, share the plan and just say what show them what it's really about? But are you consistent enough? So these 3 words: audacity, discipline, and consistent. You've got to be consistent. Let's just say you spoke to Bobby about this 2 years, 3 years ago, and then you were inconsistent. 2 years ago, he said, no, I'm not interested. I'm good. Thank you. My job is amazing. Thank you. Not interested. Bye-bye. But then 2 years down the line, shit is hitting the fan. He lost his job. Whatever the case is, he needs money. Now he remembers you, but he goes back to your story, goes back to your page just to see, is Labib still trading? Is Akram still trading? Is Azaya still doing what she said she's doing? And if you're inconsistent and if you're not really showing that, you're not being consistent on your stories or consistent on social media, hey, they're gonna think you're not doing it anymore. People notice that. Trust me, people notice what you post and what you don't post, right? But if you're consistent, number one, it brings so much credibility. People assume that I'm very successful. I'm not saying I'm very successful. But hey, I've seen enough results to keep me out of a job, and I'm so freaking happy. But am I super successful? Never. I would never be super successful because there's no limit. But I'm just giving an example. People that I've spoken to before 2 years ago, they said no. They're coming back to me and they're like, yo, are you still doing this? I think this clearly must be working because you're doing this for 2 years. Credibility. But I am being consistent on my stories, on my WhatsApp stories, on my Facebook stories, on my LinkedIn posts, on my Insta stories. I am being consistent. It's the same crazy ass Nadia that was talking about trading 2 years ago. I'm still the same person. Credibility. Your consistency will bring you credibility. See, at the beginning, when I don't know if you guys have this, but when you're like, I'm just starting this new thing and whatnot, because you're brand new, maybe your warm market are like, they don't trust you because you're brand new. They're like, okay, yeah, you make your money first and I'll look into it. All right. So you don't really have much credibility at the beginning, and it's cool. It's natural. Put the work in, get results with the strangers, build your success, build your credibility, make some money, your warm market will come back to you. But over time, as long as you're consistent with your posting, talking about the business, promoting the business, right? Using social media as your workstation, you're being very consistent with it. As long as you're consistent, the credibility is there. People automatically assume that you're freaking successful now. You're really kicking it off. You've been doing this for a long time. No crazy asshole will ever stay in a business for 2 years if they're not making any money. I know, show me someone. So credibility, guys, stay consistent, okay? So focus, track who you're speaking to. Okay, it's track who you're speaking to, follow up. 100% Labib. Credibility and consistency go hand in hand. So have a long ass this, have a long this. I mean, if you come to my room, like, it's crazy. My sister was like, yo, like, there's like random, it's so funny how there's random people's names on your whiteboard. I'm like, that's funny, but yeah, what's that, Zahir? 100% agree. One person asked me today, still doing a business, I'm going to get call booked. Amazing Zahir. So credibility and consistency, stay consistent. All right, stay consistent at it. So yes, family, track who's saying yes, no, maybe, and move on. However, you're gonna come back and follow up with them. And what I normally do is, hey, like, something, this is a very great way to follow up with someone, even just via message. Let's just say I've got a mom of 3 and she's at home and she's looking to do something creative and start making money online, but she was too scared to get started, so she didn't start yet. Okay, cool. Hey, no problem. You do your thing, Sarah. Do your thing. No worries. No, No problem. If you change your mind, come back to me. Now, let's say, and even though she said no, let's just say she said no. She said no straight up. And I said, okay, hey, no problem, man. God bless you. I wish you all the best. So love and leave. But I'm still gonna come back to you anyways. And I know that. But I'm like, hey, no problem. I come back. Now, let's just say I enrolled another woman, right? Another woman who is very similar. There, she's a mom, she's a working mom, whatever the case is. But if there's the minute I see someone, and maybe they're not in my personal business, maybe Azaya or I don't know, Semi or Yasin or whoever, someone in the company, doesn't matter, there's 100,000 people, but someone in the company that I see and they're crushing it right now, they're a mother of 5, they're a mom, they're a housewife, but they're crushing it in the business, I would leverage that. I would take advantage of that. And I would be like, oh, hey, Sarah, how's it going, man? Listen, it's so crazy how I was thinking about you last night because, hey, there's this lady called Lisa, and she just hit this rank last night, and she's a mom of 5, and when I heard her story, it really reminded me of you because she was in the same position as you, and 5 months down the line, she's now a 6-figure earner. It's just so crazy, right? Boom, put it in there. She might reply, she might not, but it doesn't matter. I'm planting the seeds, and I want to continue doing that. See, I spoke to someone in Kazakhstan 2 weeks ago, last week. She was interested, but I guess again she wants to speak to her husband or whatever the case. Hey, no problem, do your thing. But then 2 days later, I saw on someone else's story, right? I don't even know who this person is, but I saw on a chairman's story that there was a new P600 in Kazakhstan with a flag and one. I'm like, oh, this is lit. I'm using it. This is leverage. I'm promoting someone's success. You don't even have to know them to promote them. This is being clever. You, number one, sharing love, because hey, what you share, you're gonna get back, right? If you're not promoting people who are successful, when you're successful, there's not gonna be anyone clapping for you. It's just straight facts. Okay? If you think you're too big to celebrate people, then hey, there's not gonna be anyone clapping for you when you're successful. Straight facts. But secondly, most importantly, hey, leverage off that success. Okay? So I would go. I took that screenshot. Number one, put it on all my stories. I'm like, yo, P600 in Kazakhstan. This is crazy. We're going global. This is amazing. So I'm showing people, hey, we are freaking growing. But then I took that screenshot. I went back to the person that I spoke to in Kazakhstan. And I was like, hey, hope you're well, man. Listen, this is crazy, but yo, this is like, I just want to share this with you. This brand new lady reminded me of you. She hit P600. She's crushing it. She's making a lot of money. It's amazing. So I was just planting seeds. Plant seeds. Okay, be creative with it. That's how I typically follow up. Or just a message, hey, I thought of you last night. I recently enrolled someone that was just like yourself, same position. He reminded me of you, to be honest. Similar reason why. He's a dad of 5. He's in Birmingham. He's Pakistani. Like, hey, you guys, he just reminded me of you. He works in security like you. So be creative. You're planting seeds, and they're thinking, yo, oh shit. So if someone in my situation can do this, I think I can do this too. So be creative with how you follow up. Or find a creative way to still stay in contact with them, still stay in touch with them, okay? And that way, hey, like, trust me, it's just a matter of time. No does not mean never. It just means not now, okay? But it's down to you. Because otherwise, if you're not following up with people, you're going to exhaust yourself. Yes, there's a lot of people in the world, and there's 8 billion people. You can never run out of people, but you feel like, yo, and you're speaking to every brand new people, and they're like, no, some yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, but you're just running forward. You're gonna exhaust yourself out of fuel. You have a pipeline, but if you're not going back to the pipeline, hey, you're gonna exhaust yourself. Because the days or the months where you feel like, yo, I don't feel like reaching out to new people, and you don't remember who you spoke to last month, and you don't remember the people that you need to follow up with, you're gonna get yourself in a rut. So following up is the key. The fortune is in the follow-up, sending those follow-up emails and messages and whatnot, right? So family, and by the way, just specifically speaking, I do have a couple of scripts as well, not scripts, but a couple of messages I typically use to people who are ghosting. If you find that people are ghosting, maybe write this down before I let you guys go. I would have sent it individually, but I wanted to send it now. So if you guys find that you have individuals who've seen the presentation, but now they're ghosting on you, right? They're ghosting on you. They don't really talk much or whatever. I'll just shoot them a text. And I'll say something along the lines of, hey Andy, how's it going? Hope you're well. Hope all is well. My apologies for not getting back to you sooner. So they're ghosting me, but I'm making it look like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm sorry. So I make it look like it's my fault, even though they're ghosting me. It doesn't matter. So I will send something on the line. I really hope you guys are writing this down. If you don't, you're sleeping on gold right now, because this message has helped me bring so much people in the business. This message alone has helped me bring in a lot of people into the business. So if you're not writing it down, you're sleeping. So I often send something along the lines of, hey Andy, how's it going? Hope you're all well. My apologies for not getting back to you. It's been so crazy busy right now in the business. We have so many people getting started every single day. It's been free, and we've got so many projects being launched. Absolutely freaking crazy. I've been so busy. But hey, I know that I noticed that you haven't replied to my previous message, and that's totally fine. I just want to know if you're still open to making a serious, if you're still open and interested in making an additional source of income, because I have a few, I have a few slots left for people that I'm working with this year, and I thought I would run this past you. If not, hey, that's totally fine. Either way, let me know. Smiley face. Halas. So you're saying it's okay if you say no. You're saying it's okay if you say no. But I'm letting you know that it's okay to say no. But just let me know. Either way, it's okay. Smiley face, get up. Okay. So again, if you missed it, I'll repeat it one more time. Hey Andy, hey Bob, how's it going? How are you? Hope the family is all well. My apologies for not getting back to you sooner. I've been so busy. We had so many people getting started, and it's been freaking crazy and absolutely amazing. But hey, I noticed that you haven't replied to my last message. Let's just say they messaged you or they haven't got back to you. But hey, if it's a case of you sent a message before, they still haven't got back to you, that's cool. Then I'll be like, hey, listen, I noticed that you couldn't reply to my previous message, and that's totally fine. I was just wondering if you're still open to create. Are you still open in creating an additional source of income on top of your job? If so, I've got a couple of spaces left for direct mentorship this year, where I'm helping people make money fast. If not, hey, no problem. Either way, let me know. Smiley face. And you might feel like, yo, I'm still new. How can I help them? Hey, no worries. Use your mentor, but speak as if it's you. But you're connecting them to your mentor that's going to help them game plan them and get them paid. So if you're thinking, yo, I'm new, how can I help them make money? I don't understand what I'm doing. Mentor, use your mentor, use the support system, right? Leverage, work smart, not work hard. Okay. So that's that. If it's a matter of, I don't know, like, yeah, literally just that, right? Something along those lines. I'll just shoot off that text, and a lot of them get back to me. So some people are like, yeah, you know what? I'm so sorry, I didn't get back to you. I am a little bit busy now. Now is not the time. Hey, no problem. At least now I know. I'm going to put it on my list. I'm going to put it on my big book, my big black book, and be like, okay, cool. Anas or Sarah said, no, not now, no problem. I'll just ask, hey, how come? Just so I know, so I can, I know. I'll just write it down, right? I'll write it down, and that's it, right? So that is that, guys. Fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Go and follow up. Okay, don't be sleeping on money. If you're not following up, you're sleeping on money. You're sleeping on superstars that can come in and join your business and freaking blow it all up. But you did not follow up, and you're sleeping on that. Okay. So I hope that made sense. I hope, for the question that you have asked at the beginning, I hope I've been able to answer your questions, and I hope you guys are taking notes. If you haven't taken notes, then you're honestly you're gonna stay in the same problem, right? If you want different, you need to do different. So guys, I hope that you guys did get a lot of value from this call. This will be uploaded and recorded onto our YouTube channel, so go back and revise it as well and take your notes. But family, what I would appreciate is go back to the group chat, add one thing that you said that you just kind of got some value from, the one thing that you learned from this session, this call. Go back, put it in the put it in the group chat and be like, yo, hey, this is what I learned today. I've learned this, I've learned that, whatever the case is, right? So family, I freaking love each and every single one of you. You guys rock. Okay, there's like there's like probably about 5 weeks left of the year, family. If not now, then when? If you don't go hard now, then when? Don't be like 90% of the world where they're like, 95% of the world where they're like, yo, I'm going to wait until January the 1st and it's a new year, new me. That is bollocks. That does not work, right? Mind my language, but everyone who says, yo, new year, new me, well, they give up on their goals, their resolution, like 3 weeks in. Okay, so family, 2022 starts now. Take action now. Stop sleeping. Do what it is that you got to do. Right? If you feel like you're stuck, reach out to your mentor. Closed mouth don't get fed. Stop suffering in silence. If you feel like, yo, I'm in a bit of a rut right now, I don't know how to move forward. Speak to your mentors. Go and ask help. Okay, let go of the ego. Speak out. Get some help, and let's rock and roll, okay? Because it's cool if you don't want to put the work in. It's cool if you don't want to trade, or if you don't want to build a business, if you don't want to, learn and educate and make money. But if it's not this, then what? Like, do you have a backup plan? If it's not this, then what? Okay? Because you guys are in the same platform where people are becoming multi-millionaires, but you have access to the same academy, same tools, same resources. Maybe group is different, but that doesn't matter, right? So don't sleep on success and money. Okay, so that being said, family, I freaking love you. Let's go to the top, family, because the bottom is way too crowded. Okay, with that being said, family, love you, and let's go. Let's crush the week, family. Let's do this.